Welcome to Loving Life, a guide to a positive mindset. I'm your host, Lisa. I'm a mindset and energy coach, and each week you'll discover mindset shifts, energy practices, and real life tools to help you feel more confident, calm, and in flow, because you deserve to love the life you're creating. I'm so glad you're here with me. Let's get going on today's episode. Hello, and welcome back to Loving Life. Today, I want to talk to you about the tiny signs that you might be missing that you are becoming more confident. Now, before we get into that, I just want to share with you the top cities for downloads last week, and they were Sydney, Chicago, Manchester, Cardiff, and Minneapolis. So thank you so much to all of you, as always, for sharing, for listening, for coming back. And if there's ever an episode that really resonates with you, please do click on the link, which is at the top of every single episode. Yeah, I've just gone into Spotify and Apple, and every single episode has it at the top. So let me know what you loved about the episode. Please, if ever anything resonates with you, please do use that button to let me know and feedback to me, because as I always say, hearing your feedback or hearing where, even if it's just one tiny line, has hit home for you and it helps you, then that just means the world to me. Thank you for all the birthday messages. I did have a lovely birthday last week. I am now 44 and I've been celebrating with my new gift. I actually received 2 of these, but I now have an LED mask, which I wear at night time, before I go to bed. I did receive 2. There is a long story attached to why I received 2. Obviously, I'm only keeping 1. You know, you're getting old when 2 people get you an LED face mask. I was a little bit worried that, I don't know if anybody else uses them. I'm sure there's lots of people out there listening that do. But I always get this weird feeling when there's lights in my eyes. I'm quite prone to getting migraines if the lights are too strong. So I was a little bit worried about how the lights so close to my eyes would make me feel. But I got used to it. I've got used to it quite quickly, actually. So I'm really enjoying using that. I'm doing really well, remembering to put it on. We are only a week in, so we'll see how we go with that. But thank you for all your birthday messages. It did rain quite a lot on my birthday, but I went to the garden centre and me and the boys played crazy golf. I lost and then came home. My parents came round and my sister and the kids, and I had an espresso martini. Or did I have 2? I think I had 2, which I made myself because I literally make the best espresso martinis. I don't care what anybody says. Mine are the best. And then Sunday we went to another garden centre. So I am now officially old, but still loving life. This week I have been busy giving my website a little refresh. So I've been through every page and just, I think, made it look a little bit fresher, a little bit cleaner, a little bit more pleasing to the eye and easier to read. So I'd love you to go and check it out and see what you think of it. There's some amazing resources on the resources page. So my website is lisadavage.co.uk. As always, the link to that is in the show notes, but head over, let me know what you think. Like I say, there's loads of free resources on there. But I've also updated some of my packages on there. So if ever anybody is interested in working with me and seeing what that looks like, then go and have a look. Take a look, see what packages are there. I also do one-off sessions as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. So back to what I want to talk about today. I think sometimes when we tell ourselves that we want to be more confident or we need to be more confident, we imagine that confidence needs to be this huge personality transformation. Like one day you suddenly become fearless and outgoing and completely unbothered by what anyone thinks of you. But actually, and certainly in my experience, I think confidence often shows up much more calmly than that. But because of that, we often don't notice. Especially if we are doing things like listening to self-development podcasts and meditating and, doing all the things. Your confidence is probably growing bit by bit and you don't even realise. So today I wanted to talk about the little signs that you might actually be becoming more confident without even realising it. So take a listen to these 5 signs and let me know if any of them resonate. So sign number 1 is that you say no with less guilt, or at least recover from the guilt quicker. So if you were with me for the Sunday reset a few weeks ago, we talked about why women are conditioned to feel responsible for everyone else's comfort. Why we often people please as safety, because our nervous system doesn't often feel safe to say no. But a sign that your confidence is growing can simply look like tolerating the temporary discomfort of disappointing someone, because none of us like saying no, but sometimes we have to. So if you have started feeling less discomfort in saying, actually, I don't want to do that, or I'd rather not, then that is actually a sign that your confidence is growing. A lot of people think that confidence looks like not caring what anyone thinks. That is simply not true. We are always going to care because we're caring women. But sometimes confidence looks like caring and still choosing yourself anyway. It's not about never feeling guilty anymore. It's about still feeling the wobble, but just not spiraling about it for 3 days afterwards. So that's sign number 1. Sign number 2 is saying what you actually prefer. So if someone asks you what restaurant you want to go to, if you admit that you don't want to go somewhere or don't want to do something, a little bit following on from saying no to people, and not automatically going along with what you think everybody else wants to do. It's having your own opinion and actually speaking your own opinion, your own preference, rather than worrying about what other people want to do. Sign number 3 is not needing everyone to understand you. So maybe you haven't noticed this yet, but maybe you don't explain yourself as much as you used to. Maybe you trust your own decisions more because you have been working on listening to your gut, listening to your intuition, working with your third eye, and not constantly defending yourself. Like, it's okay that people want to do different things or that people have a different opinion. That is one of those subtle signs that often goes unmissed and shows how much you've grown in confidence. Sign number 4 is doing things whilst being nervous. And this is a huge point because when we truly lack confidence, we end up not sending the email, not sending the message, not applying for the job, not wearing the outfit that you really want to wear, not speaking up in the meeting. But when our confidence quietly starts to grow, of course you still feel nervous, but we have the confidence to overcome those nerves and do it anyway. Send the email anyway, apply for the job anyway, wear the outfit anyway, speak up in the meeting anyway. Confidence isn't always about being ballsy or feeling fearless. Sometimes confidence is trembling a little bit, but doing it anyway. And the symptoms that used to come with it, the sweaty palms, the armpits, whatever it is that confidence or lack of confidence usually looks like for you, those symptoms are getting less and less. But because that change is so gradual, it goes unnoticed. Notice it. Okay, and then sign number 5 is that you start catching your inner critic mid-rant instead of automatically believing it. Having more confidence isn't necessarily replacing every negative thought with a positive one. Sometimes it's about catching it and questioning it. Sometimes it's about creating enough space, thinking space, to question the thought. So whereas the old version of you probably believed every thought instantly, the healing version of you, the version of you that is much more self-aware, pauses first and questions it. That time to pause and question gives you chance to reframe it. And that is a hidden sign that you are growing in confidence. So keep doing the work, keep listening to the podcasts, keep reading the books and trying new things, whatever it is you are doing on your version of this self-development journey, keep doing it. I often think it's a good thing when these things don't necessarily change drastically overnight, because the quicker you change or improve things, I think there's a bigger chance of it returning. Whereas the tiny, small differences that you're making, they have more of a lasting impact. But that is why it's so easy for them to go unnoticed. So I just want you to take a moment. I'm just going to guide you through a really quick visualization. So if you are able to, I'd like you to close your eyes. If you're not able to, so if you are driving or out running or whatever it is you're doing, if you're not able to close your eyes, that's fine. But if you can, close your eyes. And I want you to bring to mind the version of you from a year ago, maybe 2 years ago or 3. And I want you to remember how that version of you reacted to criticism. I want you to remember how much that version of you doubted themselves, how much she hid herself. And then bring to mind something you tolerate less now, where you trust yourself more. So maybe your confidence hasn't arrived with a big announcement. Maybe it's come in the form of having better boundaries, being a little bit more honest, being able to recover more quickly from things that didn't go so well. Maybe it's come in the form of having a little bit more self-trust. And maybe you've grown more than you've given yourself credit for. So this is your reminder to check in with yourself regularly. Check how far you've come. Remind yourself how far you've come. What are you doing now that you didn't have the confidence to do 2 years ago, 5 years ago? You're doing amazing. Keep going. Don't underestimate the tiny shifts that are taking place subtly. Those are the things that are often quietly changing your life. So make sure you celebrate yourself. Okay, don't forget to check out my refreshed website and let me know what you think. If you are subscribed to my email list, then you will know that I've opened the doors to my membership for free for 30 days. That's right, I am allowing you to go in, check out the portal where there are loads of meditations, loads of past group coaching sessions, and I'm giving you access for free for 30 days. So if you've ever thought, what is she on about with this inner circle, and you feel like going and check it out, then do. All you need to do is email me at lisa@lisadavidge.co.uk, or you can DM me on any of the socials. Let me know that you want to trial the membership for 30 days, but hurry, because this isn't going to be available forever. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to share this episode, drop me a review if you enjoyed it, or at least click on that little link at the top of every episode that says, let me know what you think about this episode. Okay, have an amazing week, and I will speak to you next week. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd love it if you could take a moment to subscribe, rate, and if you're listening on Apple, as 95% of you do, review. It really helps the podcast reach more people who are ready to shift their mindset and raise their vibration. And if you know someone who would benefit from today's episode, feel free to share it with them. Until next time, keep loving life and know that I'm sending you so much love.